Phew. As it is the St. Joe Shootout taking place here as Streeter with the 6th win over Lions. As we can, it's just on my cell. So
play on the way back as well, but
during this game today, a 35-second shot clock.
Floss. Yes.
For Charlie's Air and Heat.com. Nice start. An air ball put out. Now finds Waller open for a 3. Little short off the rim. And the rebound ball, but tips it out to himself and keeps the possession.
Kind of a wild.
Pioneers dish it to the corner. 3 from Kruger. 3 threes from Colton Hawkins.
Wow.
Carterville looking good here early. 21 takes it to the paint, dishes it. 13-point lead. 7 with the basketball in the front court. Gives it back to the ball. Carterville. It's Hawkins, right wing to Skelch. So University come away with it. What's that?
Say no idea who number 45 is
for them.
Yeah.
He's 35?
Yeah.
Owen Kirby?
45. Okay. Not
Devin Fitzgerald.
Devin Fitzgerald, not in there, okay.
As we head to the second quarter, the Carterville Lions lead the Pioneers from University High 17-14.
Well, the Lions just had to start back almost like from scratch, Dave, and build that lead back up again. 3-point lead for now.
They had an 11-point lead there at one point during for the Pioneers.
Kieran.
He's got 4 in the game. Carterville has it in the front court. That's Lawrence Greer. Brings it to Skelch. Skelch now to Barrington. Skip pass over to Wilson. Carterville throwing the ball around the perimeter. They work it to the left side now. Wilson, one dribble to Barrington. Thought about the shot. Takes it inside the arc to the paint. And a travel is going to be called on Drew Barrington.
That little Euro step, sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't, right? It's just kind of an inconsistent call.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't.
Exactly.
With the basketball now is the Pioneers. They have it here on the left wing to Altz. Top of the key to Kruger. He dumps it into the paint. They dump it down on the low block. Lead 18-17. Carterville's ball off the block. Wilson has his shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. And they're going to say it was off of University High. It's going to stay with the Lions.
Lions now trail 18-17, led 17-4. So it is a 14-0 run.
The officials, I'm not exactly sure what the confusion is. Everybody seems fine. Coach Andy McDowell, Coach Shane Hawkins over with Andy McDowell. Coach Shane Hawkins over with his hand on the scorer's table is going to stay with the Lions. Into the paint, dumps it right side to Kimbrough. Finds Hawkins once again on the left wing.
Or they're really bodying him up a lot.
Boy, over on the left corner, the three-pointer and a shot clock violation. Yeah. Second time Carterville has been caught by the shot clock here in this ball game.
Yeah, it definitely sneaks up on you when you're not used to it.
Most of the time, Carterville doesn't really keep the ball more than 35 seconds on the offensive set. But it's happened twice here today. 3 picked up the foul. Need for the Pioneers. Kimbrough. It's going to be on Kimbrough, his first. So Kruger, who just hit that big three-pointer, is at the stripe shooting 2. And the first one rims off. This Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, better life for all. Sculpture checks out. Coming into the game now is Josh Waller. And Drew Barrington back on the floor now for Carterville as Colton Hawkins gets a breather. Second free throw rims out. And Wakey gets the board for Carterville. Carterville moving left to right on the radio dial. The visiting team here this afternoon in this shootout, the Christie Clinic Shootout at St. Joe-Ogden, and a foul as Kimbrough drove into the paint. David Null, number 15, picks up his first. Carterville with 30 seconds on the 35-second shot clock. Barrington dribbles around, gets it to Wilson. Wilson, top of the key, lost the handle. Turnover, Lions the other way, off the glass, no good. The shot from Johnson, gets his own rebound, and he makes the second one. 4 in the game for Cameron Johnson. And over on the right wing now for the Lions. Barrington, top of the key to Waller. Waller dribbles into trouble. Ball's taken away. Here come the Pioneers the other way. The dunk is good. A little baby dunk from Hooper Willis, his first field goal of the game. And it's an 8-point lead with 40 seconds remaining here till halftime. 30-22. Waller between the circles, now right side to Kimbrough. Crosses over, hands it to Caden Wilson. Wilson wants to take it to the block, dishes it to Kimbrough, to the elbow, back to Barrington. He saves it, and it's going to be Carterville's basketball with 7 on the shot clock, and Waller kicks it out of bounds, and another turnover on the Lions. Turnovers are just killing Carterville the last 2 games.
9 turnovers in the first half for the Lions by my count. Nearly at halftime. They had 20 last night. That's just a bad pace.
You just can't give up the ball.
No.
Those are shots that you don't get, rebounds you don't get, free throws you don't get. We heard that from Shane Hawkins during our pregame with 14 seconds remaining here till halftime. Coming up, our SI Rejuvenation halftime report. Pioneers lead it 30-22 into the paint, forcing the shot up off the glass, no good from Kieran. And Carterville gets the rebound with under a second left, and that ends the first half of basketball. University High, who trailed by 3 at the end of the first, has the 8-point lead. They are up 30-22 as we are heading to halftime. Stay with us. Our SI Rejuvenation halftime report is next here on News Radio WJPF.
Who's 15 for them? Null, not on the.
No, David Null.
Not another one, not on the program.
Back at St. Joe-Ogden High School, Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you, where we are at the half here of the Christie Clinic Shootout. And the University High School Pioneers lead at 30-22. Carterville had a 17-14 lead at the end of the first quarter. Actually had an 11-point lead there in the first quarter, but then the Pioneers went on a 17-0 run to get back into the game, and Carterville, again, only scores 5 points in the second quarter, where they trail now by 8, 30-22.
Yeah, just an ugly late first period and into the second quarter, and I don't know what else to say. The Lions came out on fire, knocking down shot after shot from three-point land, but it just did not continue.
Like turning on a faucet,
Yeah,
it was like everything was falling and then it just shut off.
As hot as they were the first 4 minutes of the game, or 5, they were that cold. The opposite the second 5 or so minutes, and just they couldn't get things going. And I'll tell you, here's an interesting stat from the first half: 7 field goals for the Lions, 6 on three-pointers. So that means that only 1 2-point field goal for the entire half. That came from Drew Barrington. The threes, they shot the ball fairly well, 6 of 12 by my count for 50%, but they just did not get enough shots overall to go down. They missed several 2-point shot opportunities, and they did not get to the free throw line but one time, and Caden Wilson made a pair. On the other side, Normal, 11 of 26 from the field for 42%, and 4 out of 10 on three-pointers for 40%.
Brandon Skelcher with 9 points, and Colton Hawkins each with 9 points. Colton had 3 3-pointers in the first quarter. Skelcher had 2 3-pointers in the first quarter and then hit another one in the second. Drew Barrington, who averages 15 a game with just 2 points here at the halftime break, and Caden Wilson went 2 for 2 from the stripe. He's got 2 points for Carterville. Carterville 22 first half points on the board. For the Pioneers, they were led by the 6 points from Miles Kieran, 2 from Mason Hooper Willis, 5 from Deegan Altz, 3 for Dalton Kruger, 4 from Cameron Johnson, 2 for Owen Nelson, 6 from Miles Kieran, 5 from Dallas Smith, and 3 from Devin Fitzgerald. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players for University High in the scorebook. That's balanced scoring.
Yeah, they went pretty deep, and guys coming off the bench were not afraid to shoot the basketball, and kind of picked up the Pioneers at a time when they were struggling against the Lions in the first quarter.
30-22 is our score. This is our SI Rejuvenation halftime report, and we'll be back here in 90 seconds on News Radio WJPF. Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF as we are getting you set for second half action. Carterville, John needs a good third quarter here. Good start to the third quarter as they trail it by 8, 30-22.
Yeah, you want those first 3-4 minutes to go your way. We need a reversal of what happened last night to the Lions, don't we?
Carterville now moving right to left. Waller puts up the three, and that's off the back of the iron, no good. And the rebound controlled by the Pioneers as they take it the length of the floor, off the glass and good for, that is Miles Kieran. 8 in the game for Kieran in Carterville's basketball. They feed it to Waller, down off the block. Finds Hawkins. Hawkins to the elbow, back to Waller, back to Hawkins, now left side to Skelcher. He's got it open. Three, banks it off the glass and good. We'll take that. I wonder if he called it.
I heard it.
12 in the game for Brandon Skelcher, whose birthday was yesterday. That's a pretty good birthday present there. He averages 6 a game. He's doubled up here today as the Pioneers turn the ball over, giving it back to the Carterville Lions. So a bit of a run for Carterville, or at least an opportunity to run. As Barrington dribbles through. Now left side. That's Skelcher's three. Good again.
It's his day.
He's got 15.
Yeah. 5 for 7 on triples. That's pretty doggone good shooting, isn't it?
Single-handedly has brought Carterville back to within 4. Pioneers in the front court. Kruger. Now they feed it down low to Johnson. Johnson off the block, off the glass, and good.
Had a big mismatch there. Had the body physical strength over Josh.
34-28. Skelcher put up the three. That one wouldn't go for him from the left wing, and the Pioneers get the rebound as they have it into the front court. They feed it down low to Schickel. He dribbles out with the right hand. Excuse me, that's Kieran. Now back to the corner. Three is good for Dalton Kruger. No, that was Willis.
Yeah, Willis. Cooper Willis.
5 in the game for Willis. I don't like the numbers on their jerseys.
No, they're very light, very light yellow on white.
It's kind of tough for an old man to see those numbers as Wakey misses the jumper from the paint, and the rebound is grabbed by Kieran. He brings it across the timeline himself, takes it to the left elbow, dishes it to Johnson. His three's no good, and Carterville gets the rebound. 37-28. Carterville trailing. Jumper from 10 from Barrington, no good. And University High the rebound. Right side three from Kruger. He misses from there, but the rebound put back no good from Johnson, and he gets another opportunity and gets that one to fall. 8 in the game for Cameron Johnson. And it's an 11-point lead, 39-28. Skelcher drives it into the paint, finds Barrington. Now Barrington reverses around. Top of the key to Hawkins. Head bank by Hawkins across the top of the key. Nice down low to Wakey. Nice feed. He just couldn't finish. And a partial block actually the other way. And the flush from Dalton Kruger.
No, Hooper Willis.
Willis, 7.
Boy, they're a good ball club. You know, they're starting to play very well, this normal team is, and Lions having a hard time sticking with them.
Timeout called by Shane Hawkins, and it's going to be a full timeout with 4:29 remaining here in the third quarter. Pioneers lead the Lions 41-28 on News Radio WJPF. This is the second of 7 games taking place here at the Christie Clinic Shootout at St. Joe-Ogden here on this January 6th. Coming up next, it's going to be New Berlin taking on Monticello. Oh, excuse me. New Berlin taking on Monticello. Yes, at 2 o'clock. That's the game following this one. Is Carterville out of the timeout? Zan Guthrie on the floor for the first time. He didn't play at all last night against Massac County, but he's on the floor now for Shane Hawkins. As Colton Hawkins dribbles around, runs into the screen, and puts up the shot, and that was way short. Not a good look, but the shot clock was running down for the Lions. Here come the Pioneers. Johnson pulls up in the paint, dumps it to the left wing. Now they work it back around to the right side. Skip past top of the key to Kieran. Over on the left side to Kruger. Kruger dribbles across the top. Now to the right wing to Kieran. Kieran, skip pass left side. Top of the key, Willis. Baseline drive, good ball movement by the Pioneers. They get the open shot, top of the key, no good, and the rebound putback is good from Cameron Johnson as he hits double digits with 10.
Yeah, he's really good around the basket.
Gets in position for a rebound. Carterville's Guthrie can't get his shot to go, and the Pioneers are on the run the other way. Kruger, the pass way out in front of him, goes out of bounds, and it's going to come right back to the Carterville Lions.
Well, the Lion JV lost earlier today.
Okay.
I don't have a score available, but unfortunately took it on the chin today.
We'll see if we can pick up a score here before we get out. So Carterville's ball. Hawkins to Guthrie. Guthrie, left wing to Barrington. Barrington, top of the key now to Caden Wilson. He dribbles to the right wing. Finds Hawkins, nice feed to Zan Guthrie. Boy, that was a great touch pass. Zan gets on the board, he's got 2, and it's 43-30. Pioneers ball with 2:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Dribbling around, losing the basketball over on the left wing. Pioneers control though. Willis dribbles once, right wing to Dallas Smith. Smith feeds the post down low. And Carterville comes away with it after the turnover. Barrington into the front court to the paint. Left wing, 3 from Wilson. Can't get it to go. And the ball is tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off of Zan Guthrie. And the turnover gives it back to the Pioneers.
Three's only one really hitting him right now is Skelcher. He's coming out of the game. Everybody else has been a little bit cold from three-point land.
15 in the game for Brandon, as he's going to get a breather here with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Dallas Smith now to Altz, back to Smith. Smith head fake. Feeds it to the post, going up against Guthrie. Turn around, Dallas Smith puts up the 3 wide open. It was short, and Caden Wilson gets the board for Carterville. Pulls up on the baseline, needs some help, gets it from Barrington. Drew bumps into Dallas Smith defensively to the elbow. Feeds Wilson, nice. Oh, just couldn't get it to go, and Alex Kimbrough gets fouled on the push from Owen Kirby. It's going to be Carterville basketball, baseline left. Coming in, Johnson back on the floor as he replaces Mason Hooper Willis. Cameron, the 6-foot sophomore. Carterville's ball, though. Guthrie to Caden Wilson. Now to Barrington. Around the screen from Wilson. Barrington to the free throw line. Pulls up the dribble. Finds Guthrie. Now Guthrie just throws it in the backcourt. And it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay. Or it's going to turn over to the Pioneers. Minute 22 remaining here in the third quarter. University High out of Normal has the 13-point lead. The shot from the left corner is no good. Barrington gets the rebound, and Dallas Smith picks up a push foul as he was right in the grill with Drew Barrington. Smith, his first foul, second team foul on the Pioneers. Barrington drives in, low post, jumper's good. That's just Drew's second field goal of the game. He's got 4. And Carterville trails by 11, 43-32. 50 seconds remaining in this third quarter. In the paint, off the glass, and good for the Pioneers.
That was Kieran.
10 for Kieran. And Carterville turns it over. Johnson drives to the block, pulls up, fouled from behind. Alex Kimbrough got him as he went over the back. Alex picks up his second foul. And so now Cameron Johnson, who's in double digits with 10, has 2 free throws. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe so far in the game, 3 for 3 now. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Proud to serve the region for over 40 years. Find out more at charliesairandheat.com. Johnson misses the second free throw. So a 14-point lead. Carterville has the ball, though. Kimbrough left of the circle to Guthrie. Guthrie looks inside. Caden Wilson has it. Top of the key, now to Barrington. Barrington toward the right wing. Brings it to Hawkins. Hawkins feeds it down low. Guthrie has it, keeps it from going out of bounds. Bounce pass once to Caden Wilson. Caden Wilson's pass, turn over the other way, and a foul is going to be called on Colton Hawkins.
Good foul. Prevented the run-out layup.
Second on Colton. Second team foul on the Lions. Third quarter, University High leads it by 14. It's 46-32 as we are heading to the fourth here on News Radio WJPF.
No, I was told that the JV game wasn't close, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea to bring it up. It got buried.
Why?
It got buried. Oh, we can if you want. I don't have the score.
Oh,
I'm just saying they got beat pretty bad. What I was told.
it is what it is.
That's true.
Yeah, I want the score. (46-32) as we are heading to the fourth quarter, and the Pioneers have that 14-point lead on the Lions.
Something will turn around.
At least the Lions scored 10 points that third quarter.
There you go.
There's
Something
the bright side. Yeah. So step back three, top of the key, no good from Kruger. And it's Barrington that gets the board for Carterville. 17-14, Lions led it at the end of the first quarter. They were down 8, 30-22 at the half. 46-32 there at the end of the third. And Carterville now with the basketball. The right side, Kimbrough to Barrington. Now he feeds Wilson. Wilson dribbles through to Kimbrough. Kimbrough into the paint, pulls up the dribble, tries to get the shot off. Trip to the floor, no call. And the outlet pass is turned over, and it's going to come right back to the Carterville Lions.
Not too many turnovers by the Pioneers today.
I've only got them, I think it's 7 total is what I've got. Pretty solid ball team.
Yeah.
Big pick from Hawkins to Kimbrough. Kimbrough now open three from Barrington's no good, and Kruger runs down the rebound in the corner. Clock continues to roll, 6:50 remaining, 46-32. Carterville trails. Down low, nice feed, and kiss off the glass is good from Miles Kieran. It's a dozen in the game for Kieran. And the Pioneers extend that lead to 16 now. Over on the left side, Kimbrough to Barrington, now to Caden Wilson. Caden drives it to the free throw line, lost the handle, turns it over. The other way, the layup with the right hand, missed. And the putback, though, is good from Owen Nelson.
Yeah.
4 in the game for Nelson. 50-32 is the score. Here comes Hawkins. He's got an easy layup the other way. 11 now. He had 9 in the first quarter, and that's his first bucket since he had 3 threes to start off the ball game. Johnson around the screen for the Pioneers, hangs in the air, can't get the shot to go. Barrington comes out, he's on the run. 1-on-1 to the glass, the shot is good for Drew Barrington.
Oh, the tough shot to knock down there.
That's 6 in the game for Drew. 50-36.
Shooting against the grain with a man all over him.
Slow stroll across the timeline for Kieran. Pulls out the dribble inside the arc. Gets it to Kruger. Kruger right at the circle. Now they work it over on the left wing. 5:20 remaining in the contest.
3 cracks at it on the offensive end.
And he's got 13 in the game, and we have a timeout with 5:05 remaining. Full timeout, and Carterville trails 52-36 on News Radio WJPF. (52-36) is our score with 5:05 remaining in the game. And Carterville's ball coming out the timeout. Barrington has it toward the right hash. And they try to feed Waller. Carterville throws it away. And another turnover, giving it back to the Pioneers.
Number 14 by my count. Had 20 last night.
Inbound pass to Johnson. Cameron Johnson has Kimbrough on him in the backcourt. He breaks the timeline. Dribbles it to the right hash. Now across the top of the key. Dumps it off to Owen Kirby in the game. And gets the ball to Kirby. Kirby to the left corner. Kruger launches the 3 at the buzzer at the shot clock. Buzzer no good. And Carterville comes away with the rebound. Barrington to Hawkins, skip pass to the left corner. Now to Barrington, back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough trying to feed Hawkins. Good hands by Hawk, finds Barrington. His 3 is good from the left wing. 9 in the game for Drew. He's got 5 here in the fourth quarter. And it's 52-39. Carterville steals the inbound pass, but Barrington stepped on the end line. Good hustle by Drew.
Yep.
This is usually a time where Carterville picks up the defensive pressure. See if they can pick up a couple of turnovers, get some stops, and put some points on the board. They trail it 52-39. They have full court pressure. Kimbrough on the point. Johnson across midcourt to the left side. To Altz. Now they bring it right corner to Willis. Top of the key, Kirby. Right wing 3's no good from Altz. And the ball is Carterville's. Barrington comes away, dribbles through traffic, takes it the length of the floor. 2-on-3 to the glass, the runner's no good. And Skelcher ties up with who?
Play some more.
The Pioneers, as it was Owen Nelson that skied high to grab that basketball. And now Johnson brings it across midcourt. Under 3 to play. Coming up, we'll have our IBEW Local 702 post-game show. Shane Hawkins said he'll definitely join us post-game as Johnson is fouled as he drove it down the lane. The foul is going to be on Carterville's Barrington. It's the first on Drew. So Kimbrough comes back in replacing Hawkins. Caden Wilson comes in to replace Braden Wakey. Wakey, who had 6 last night, scoreless here this evening. Carterville forces a turnover on the Pioneers into the front court. 3 from Waller, no good. And Caden Wilson, good speed to run down the basketball, but he traveled with it when he grabbed it. And the turnover goes back to the Pioneers. .230 remaining. And a hack in the backcourt by Barrington. Number 2 on the floor to go. Johnson has it in his hands. He's tripped from behind. And I believe that was Kimbrough.
Yeah, picked it up.
The third now on Alex. The ball will stay with the Pioneers. Substitution into the game. Dallas Smith comes in to replace Deegan Altz. Deegan finishes with 5 in the game. And a 5-second call. Nope, timeout is called by Coach Andy McDowell. We'll take a break as well. It'll be a 30-second here on News Radio WJPF. Coming up, our IBEW postgame show. We'll recap this basketball game here, update scores from around Southern Illinois. Coach Shane Hawkins will join us on our John A. Logan Coaches Show. 52-39 with 2:20 remaining. Pioneers basketball and a pushing foul on Alex Kimbrough. That is going to be 4 on Alex. Carterville conference game loss last night, 55-48. It'll be 3 losses in a row for the Lions, trying to avoid a 4th here this afternoon, but time is ticking away, and a foul is going to put Cameron Johnson at the line.
How do you feel about the no one-on-ones this year?
I'm okay with it so far. It's really not come into play too drastically for the Lions. But if you are, I'm okay. I'm kind of neutral on it, I guess.
It does kind of affect strategy a little bit.
A little bit. Waller bounce pass to Hawkins. In step 3 is good. That's his 4th three-pointers. He has 14, and we have a timeout on the floor by Carterville, and it's a 10-point game. 2 minutes left. Carterville still got a chance here. We'll pause 30 seconds on News Radio WJPF. Sure. Yeah. 2:07 remaining. John, one thing that we haven't talked about is you've got a new position with the Southern.
Well,
congratulations.
I do. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm new sports editor for the Southern, and looking forward to continuing to cover prep sports here in Southern Illinois, and try to make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, congratulations. And
appreciate that. Thank you.
Coming out of the timeout, Pioneers basketball. into the front court. A foul called on Carterville. And that's going to be on Kimbrough. They've got him. No, excuse me. That's on Barrington.
Yeah.
14. He and Colton Hawkins with 14 each. Skelcher with 15. Barrington into the front court, pulls up on the block, finds Hawkins. A minute 50 remaining, and the bump foul is called on Willis. Mason picks up his second. And it's going to be Carterville ball on the baseline to our left. Waller takes the inbound pass to Barrington. Spin move at the elbow. Fights his way, puts the shot up. Too strong, no good. Big rebound grabbed by Kieran. And he's going to dribble out himself. Take it into the front court with 90 seconds remaining in the game. 54-42, a 12-point lead and a foul on Skelcher. It's going to be Brandon's second. Good ball game from Brandon Skelcher. He's got 15.
Yeah, he's shot the ball well from the perimeter today. And
5 threes.
I have him 5 out of 9. You'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah. Dallas Smith shooting 2 for. You ask about the no 1-and-1. What's your feeling on the shot clock?
Well, I think that you have to start somewhere. I mean, I don't know if 35 seconds is too short. I was thinking more like 40, but 45. But I guess players can eventually adjust.
Carterville turns it over out of bounds, and it's going to come right back to the Pioneers. I could see a 40-second clock.
Yeah, I think
adding 5 more would. Carterville's been hit with shot clock violations twice here today.
I mean, 35 is college,
Yeah.
Pretty much. So that's a big adjustment.
Reach-in foul by Skelcher, his third. And so now Cameron Johnson goes back to the line. He's 3 for 4 this afternoon, 13 points on the day. And gets the first one to go. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Polar Whip. Taste the legend. Polar Whip and Energy. Featuring car hops. Call 988-9210. Put back after the missed free throw was good from Kieran. 16 for Kieran. And a long 3, no good from Barrington with 65 seconds remaining. And a foul on Carterville is going to send the Pioneers to the line. Polar Whip, though, call 618-988-9210. They'll have your food waiting for you when you arrive. Taste the legend, Polar Whip in Energy.
Well, kind of a rough weekend for the Lions, but it's got to pick it up on Tuesday whenever the Hamilton County rolls into town and try to get something going on the offensive end and get a win.
Carterville full subs coming onto the floor. Marion Adams, Elliott Berge, Zach Snow, Maddox Gully, and who are we missing? I got one more. Free throw's good for Kieran. He finishes the day with 18 points to lead all scorers. 6 for 6 from the stripe. And with 60 seconds remaining, Carterville down by 19. With the basketball, Zach Snow launches the 3, in and out, no good, and Pioneers get the rebound. Into the front court is Nicholas Penn. Penn bumped out top, dishes to the right side. They look inside, skip past to the top of the key, now to the left wing. Clock continues to roll with 35 seconds. The shot is good on the drive from Gabe Zacharias. Zacharias is going to go the line for the and one. Maddox Gully picks up his first. And Gabe Zacharias, the 5'10 junior, misses the free throw. The rebound is grabbed, and the putback is good, though, for the Pioneers.
Big fella.
Yep, John Burris. 20 seconds remaining. 65-42. Carterville's ball. Johnny Miller is that fifth player for the Lions on the floor. As we have 10 seconds remaining. Carterville holds ball on the hip. Maddox going, dribbles over to Snow. Zach feeds the post, top of the key. Marion Adams loses the handle, and that ends.
They count it.
They're going to count it?
Yeah.
A three?
So. Yeah, they are. Number 11 knocked that one down.
At the buzzer, 68-42 is our final score. The University High Pioneers knock off the Carter. No, we're done.
Okay, you're done.
Kieran got player of the game.
Kieran did.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
No.
Good choice. Final score from St. Joe-Ogden this afternoon. The University High Pioneers get the big win over the Carterville Lions, 68-42 here at the shootout. The Christie Clinic Shootout, they select a player of the game, and they selected, as they should, Miles Kieran, who finished as the leading scorer with 18 points in the contest. And when you look at the scoring, we'll start first for the Carterville Lions. What a game from Brandon Skelcher. And he finishes with 15 points to lead the Lions. He had 5 3-pointers, 2 3-pointers in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the third. He finishes with 15 to lead the Lions. 14 from Colton Hawkins. He had 4 3-pointers, 3 in the first quarter, and 1 here in the fourth quarter. 9 points from Drew Barrington, 2 from Caden Wilson, and Zan Guthrie picks up 1 field goal. Carterville scores 42 points. It was the 18 from Miles Kieran to lead the Pioneers, 7 from Mason Hooper Willis, 5 from Deegan Altz, 2 from Gabe Zacharias, 3 for Dalton Kruger, 14 points for Cameron Johnson for the Pioneers, 4 for Owen Nelson, 7 for Dallas Smith, 3 from Devin Fitzgerald, and 2 from John Burris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players score for the Pioneers from University High. That's balanced scoring right there.
Certainly is, and that's what you hope for always as a coach, to get balanced scoring, and some days it works better that way than others. From a team shooting perspective, let's take a look at Carterville. The Lions were 7 of 19 in the first half from the field. They were 8 of 25 from the field. In the second half, they finished 15 of 44 from the field. That's 37%. They were 6 of 12 on threes in the first half. They were 4 of 13 in the second half for a total of 10 of 25 from the long distance. We had Normal, U-High, with 11 for 26 in the first half and 14 of 28 in the second half to finish 25 of 54, just under 50%. Three-point land, they were 4 of 10 in the first half and 6 of 20 and 2 of 12 in the second half, finishing 6 for 22 on three-point shots here today.
That's John Homan. I'm Dave McKenzie, as this is our IBEW post-game show. And we're going to go on and take another break. And hopefully we'll be talking with head coach Shane Hawkins here as we continue. The Carterville Lions drop one this afternoon, 68-42 to the University High School Pioneers at the shootout at St. Joe-Ogden on NewsRadio WJPF. Sorry about that. Okay, thanks. (68-42) the final score here from the Christie Clinic Shootout at St. Joe-Ogden. University High gets the win over the Carterville Lions. Carterville now 7-8 on the season, and the Pioneers improved their record to 11-6 on the season. And Carterville is just a basketball team, Scott Hudson. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I've been called worse.
That hadn't happened yet this year. John Homan, Carterville's just a team that is struggling right now.
Yeah, you're right, and it's 4 in a row for the Lions on the downside. But you know, there's still a lot of season left, and Carter, Aldo's not lost. The Lions are still 2-1 in the league, so there's still that going for them. They just need to find some consistency. The Lions started out the ball game on fire, building a 17-4 lead, but then everything just bottomed out and went the opposite direction. When you can't have your valleys be that low. They ended up giving up a 17-0 run to let Normal get not only get close but take the lead. So just try to avoid those valleys, or at least shorten them to where you don't fall behind so quickly after having such a great first quarter.
Coach Shane Hawkins making his way up the stairs here. Yeah, the Lions jumped out hot, like you said. They scored 17 first quarter points, led it by 3, 17-14 there at the end of the first. They were down 8-30-22 at the break, and then 46-32 at the end of 3, 68-42 the final score here this afternoon to the University High Pioneers, as Coach Shane Hawkins joins us on our post-game show. Coach, that's a good ball team you faced this afternoon, but once again, the turnover bug bites your Carterville Lions, Coach.
The two things that get us in every game we've lost is we've turned it over and we don't rebound it. Again, they just crushed us on the glass. Our first shot defense was not bad. I thought we did a decent job. But they shoot 4 times every time they have possession, and they're going to go 1 for 4 on trips and score. I mean, the game's that simple. Again, I thought our first shot defense was pretty good. We did a pretty good job on it. Made them take some tough shots, but we don't rebound. We don't chase like long rebounds. We don't chase. We don't put a body on anybody. Now we get our hands on a lot of balls that we don't possess. And then we don't get any easy opportunities on our end. I think we hit 4 or 5 threes the first quarter, and then when they started guarding us, we can't score in the paint. We get nothing easy, whether it's off penetration, whether it's off post feed, whether it's off cut, whether it's in transition. We get 0 on the offensive glass. So when they shoot till they score and you can't score, it's a really hard game.
Coach, you jump out to a 17-4 lead. Your three-point ball was really hot there early. Colton knocked down 3. Brandon knocked down a couple early. You guys were just on fire from long distance, and then you give up a 17-0 run, which turns the game upside down. I know you just want those peaks and valleys are going to happen, but you just want to find a way not to have such a deep valley.
It's almost every game we give up a 13, 15, or 17-0 run, and a lot of time it's self-inflicted. We'll turn it over. or we'll miss a layup that kind of gets them going and gets their momentum. And the same thing happened today. We're up 17-0. We had a couple turnovers. They hit a couple threes, kind of got momentum going, and we could never get it stopped again. And it's really difficult right now.
Coach, last night, you and I got to chat after everybody was gone for just a couple of minutes. I think you felt like Brandon Skelcher had a decent ball game last night. Tonight, he was able to have a decent ball game and put points on the board, and you need more out of him for that.
Yeah, he shot it really well for 3 days of practice, and then didn't shoot it very well last night. But I thought he helped us last night without scoring. And then tonight he was able to make some shots. But we got to be able to find a way to win a game when you're not shooting it well. It can't be, hey, if we shoot it well like the first quarter. It can't be we shot it well so we're winning, but as soon as we don't make a couple threes in a row, then we're going to get beat. And it's really hard for us to score right now.
So, Coach, what's your message to the kids at this stage of the game? Are you just trying to keep the faith? Exactly how do you bring it up to them in postgame?
Not sure what that answer is. I don't know. We're gonna come back on Monday and we're gonna watch film, and we have a young team and they're really inexperienced. And we're making a lot of really young, inexperienced mistakes at the varsity level, and we've talked about this. You can get by with mistakes at the JV level that you can't get by with at the varsity level, and because when you make mistakes at the varsity level, everything gets magnified, and people are good enough to make you pay for your mistakes, and so we just got to shore up, not making so many mistakes, and it's on both ends of the floor. So we'll get back to work on Monday and get ready for the Foxes.
68-42, the final score here from St. Joe-Ogden, and Carterville now 7-8 on the season, with Hamilton County coming to Carterville on Tuesday night. Coach, thanks for joining us.
All right, see you guys.
Coach Shane Hawkins here on our John A. Logan College Coaches Show. And that puts a wrap on the basketball for the first week of 2024, John Homan.
Well, may it be a much brighter future, for the Lions. And
good things are coming. I
believe so. I believe so. May take a little while, but I think the Lions will get things straightened out.
68-42, the final. For our producer engineer back at the studio, Brian R. Powell. That is John Homan. I'm Dave McKenzie. We will talk to you Tuesday night from Carterville High School as Hamilton County comes to town to take on the Lions. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody.